The podcast? Good. Call 414-366-7102. That's 414-366-7102 to make an appointment with Eleazar Maldonado to get you started.
Assalamualaikum. I am Sister Rebecca.
Assalamu alaikum, and welcome to the Milwaukee Islamic Dawah Center.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Yamin Talib Muhammad.
My name is Doris White. I've been with the Dawah Center for about 15 years. Okay. Yogurt.
Since 2017, our food pantry program continues to reach to thousands of families and individuals. In 2021, we distributed over 1 million pounds of food and impacted over 100,000 individuals.
We've been serving our community for years with our pantry.
We have a pantry here on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, about 9:30, 10 o'clock.
We were awarded a $30,000 grant to purchase a 27-foot truck, as you see here, 27-footer, as well as a 17-footer over here that we use to provide food services throughout the city of Milwaukee County. With the help of Allah and a great team of volunteers, our pantry continues to combat food insecurity in our community.
Everybody like it. They love it. And not only like it, they love it. A lot of the same people, a lot of new people. And we see a lot of new people when we are on Hampton. That's when we see a lot of new people, but mostly the same people here. Every third Wednesday of the month, they give a big giveaway. We even give twice as what you see today.
The donations that you have given and continue to give us fuel the work that we do. And we can't say thank you enough. Assalamualaikum.
May Allah reward you and your families for your continued support in this life at the next. Assalamu alaikum. Ramadan Mubarak.
Good morning, Grand Risings. Man, all those things you say to the folks what you rock with in the AM, man. Y'all clocked in the morning shift MKE, hittinghardradio.com. If you've been following me on social media, you know I got some guests in the building. My man Tracey, Dent, and his brothers from y'all from the Prince Hall Mason. How you say it? Say it for me.
How you say it?
How you say it for me? That's probably the fan you hearing. You ain't hearing nothing? I'll get you together. Hold on one second. Can you hear? You hear me now? You hear over there? I'll get you together. Hold on one second. You hear over there, Trace? Well, they can hear y'all just talking to the mic.
I can hear you
yeah.
Like this, but not like
All right, I'll get that fixed. Just talking to the mic, they can hear you guys. Give us the proper pronunciation of the lodge.
Well, it's the Prince Hall. It's Prince Hall Grand Lodge, Free Accepted Masons Incorporated of Wisconsin.
Okay. And for those unfamiliar with the lodge, give us a little information on you guys.
First of all, thank you for having us today. My name is Lionel McAllister, and I represent Prince Hall Free and Accepted Masons, Tie Lodge number 8. Tie Lodge number 8 is one of 11 lodges in this jurisdiction. I will not sit here and attempt to name them all because I know I'm going to forget some. But the Prince Hall Grand Lodge is like our executive body in this jurisdiction that governs us with bylaws and constitutional law and things of that nature. We have been in existence for quite a while, for as long as I can. Let's see, Prince Hall himself goes back to the early 1800s. We are a worldwide organization comprised of many members, and our main focus and goal is to do good works within the community. Any which way we can, stopping the violence, back to school programs, feeding the homeless, things of that nature.
Okay. Now y'all have an event coming up this weekend. I'm gonna pull the flyer up shortly. Y'all have a couple events. I see a few dates on this flyer here.
Yes.
Talk to us about it.
It's a gun safety class that we're partnering up with the City of Milwaukee Office of Violence Prevention. Basically, we're doing these classes and giving away gun locks at each class, and then whatever we got left over, we're going to go in the community and pass out the gun locks. And just to see men out in the community making a difference like that is very powerful. And it's about, properly use of guns, how to properly use them, properly store them away, keep it out of the reach of the youth. So things like that you're going to be learning, because sometimes you think you know everything and then you got that aha moment, like I didn't think about that. And that's what this training class is about. We don't care who you are. We just would love to see you come and participate. Not just taking the information, but be interactive. We're not asking for any names or your job titles or anything like that. That's none of our business. We just want to train to help the community, and that's what it's all about.
That's great. That's great. So what led up to you guys putting these classes together?
Well, I mean, we're just tired of turning on the news and seeing all these the shootings,
deaths, accidental deaths,
and the killings that's happening, especially among the youth. And some of them are, accidental when kids are playing with guns and think it's a toy, and then somebody gets shot. But we just all fed up.
I gotta be honest. Right? I didn't even consider that there was still accidental shootings going on like that, because we see so much of just the youth on youth. You know what I mean? With whatever they got going on, that ain't even been in the forefront of my mind. I've actually lost family members to the, a kid picking up mishandling a gun before, but it never dawned on my mind that we still had that going on today.
Yeah. And it's just to put that we just got to help each other. That's what it's all about.
Right.
We love our community, and now we as kings are going to start acting like kings.
Right.
And that's what it's all about.
Right. So tell us more about what else you got. You said you got the gun locks y'all going to be giving away. What all going on at this event?
Well, like I said, we have Office of Violence Prevention. They're going to be doing the training classes and everything.
Now, this is safety training, not to be mistaken for
it's
the
not a
CCW license, right?
It's not a CCW.
Let's make that clear
but
for
the
the
trainers
folks.
are equipped to teach CCW. So after the classes, you can talk to the trainers and try to set something up on your own. But this is just properly, safety. It's all about safety right now.
Okay. That's what's up, man. It's very much needed. People just think when they get the gun in their hand, they automatically know what to do with it and this, that, or the other. So that makes perfect sense. Hey, and then I remember when I first encountered one of these gun locks, right? I had no clue what the hell it was.
Really? Really?
I had no clue what the hell it was, for real. Now, typically I'm seeing the red ones, but if the one I first encountered was yellow.
Yeah.
But I remember the trigger locks, they went actually on the trigger.
Right?
Yeah.
So this new thing with this long, I'm looking at somebody gave me one of these. How I'm supposed to secure something? I'm thinking how I'm supposed to lock a locker. What is this?
They gave you a club, huh?
And then I found out later when I seen somebody at an event passing out gun locks, like, and they had the red ones. I'm like, man, the whole time that thing was a gun lock. So that's dope that they gonna give them out, man. It even show folks how to use them, because it might be somebody like me that like, man, I don't know what this thing is.
And it's just, and like I said, it's just that you just never used them before. You never seen them before. So,
because I ain't never wanted my gun locked.
It's funny that a lot of people have that same train of thought. They're like, I never thought about locking my gun, or I really don't want my gun locked up, because if I need to get at it right away, I ain't got no time to be taking off no lock.
Yeah.
But it's real important, especially if you have kids and small children in the house, that you keep this gun locked up, safely tucked away, to prevent, accidental usage. So,
and even for ones that do want to use them, that's in your household.
Oh, I'm not against them. Just never dawned on me the need for, like, I could see. But once you got, when you get to having children and things like that, you think different, man.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So you gotta. It's like when you're baby proofing your house and checking corners and covering sockets and things like that, man. You locking your gun too is part of it.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. You know what I mean? You just need more people to get it.
Right.
And hopefully that's what these classes will do. It'll bring forth the consciousness that we need to be doing this and thinking about this.
Okay. Now the age group, what we doing? I seen a post that said 10 and up, but on the flyer I see all ages.
Well, when we say all ages, we're just using our best judgment. We're saying 10 and up. Because you have some kids that want to be responsible, but if they see a gun, they probably don't know what to do with it.
Right.
So that's why we want to teach some of them, because then those youth can teach other youth.
Definitely. When I was with Mr. Hennon and the Trayvon Hennon Foundation doing child safety, we worked with young as 6 years old, and basically what we was giving them for gun safety was, you see it, don't touch it, go get the adult. You know what I mean? Like, don't try to move it, don't try to secure it, don't nothing it. Go
Just
get the adult.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's going to be, I'm hoping that this is going to be a great turnout. The weather's supposed to be nice and everything, and like I said, it's free. The training, the classes is free, so come. We'll be waiting for you guys.
Yeah. And it's going to be over on, what's that? That's 12th. That's North Avenue over there, right?
Yeah, 1218 West North Avenue. So, it's right there on Titonia and North.
Yeah. Let me get that flyer back up with them dates.
Oh, yeah.
We got, if y'all watching, man, y'all know we radio you can watch. So we live on Facebook, we live on Twitch. We are the Post of the City on Facebook. It's Hidden Hard Radio, but we also live on YouTube over at WHHP-TV. So make sure you go over there to YouTube, man. Subscribe, hit the little bell and all that. Stay up to date with what we got going on. Pretty soon we're gonna start giving out prizes over there to motivate them YouTube followers. So y'all gonna get over there and get first in line. But yeah, we got Saturday, July 22nd, noon to 2.
Yes.
And we got the following week, Saturday, July 29th, noon to 2.
Yes.
And that's for the gun safety classes.
Correct.
Then we got the gun lock giveaway, Saturday, August 5th, noon to 4.
So what we're planning on doing, we're going to be in that neighborhood between Titonia and North Avenue, in that neighborhood, going door to door, passing out gun locks and everything. We're not asking any questions. We're going to knock on the door, here's a gun lock. If they refuse, then we're not going to ask no questions. We just keep going to the next door.
Right.
If you do take one, or we do leave one at your house, just know that if you don't have a gun, you can pass it on to somebody else who does have a gun. And that's what it's all about, is just giving resources to the community. And
now, when people purchase guns, do they come with the locks?
That's a good question.
I do not believe so.
That should be something they should be pushing. I mean, if we're giving them away in the community free anyway, now why not get one with each purchase?
Right. That's an excellent idea. So
Thank you for that nugget. You put something on my mind. Okay.
Something to push for.
Right.
Yeah.
I think, 'cause I think something like that because we have to like either the manufacturing of the guns or the store itself will have to have the gun locks there. So every purchase, then they get a gun lock with that. So I think that's who, you know.
I don't see why it can't happen. I mean,
It can happen.
you
but
got community organizations that's able to get them and give them out. Why come a company can't?
If
They don't know how, they need to work with individuals like you guys at the Prince Hall and
so that's something that
figure it
maybe
out.
we can make it mandatory, like a law or something.
Yeah, I was just about to say that's something that we might have to push on a legislative level.
Yeah.
Starting with City Hall and maybe the state of Wisconsin. So.
Now that's some real gun control for you.
Right.
Oh yeah. And you know what? And again, I know exactly how to do that, and I'll talk to you about that later.
Got it. Yeah, that's how it goes. We get a nugget, we run with it.
That's right up my alley right
Don't
there.
forget my 10%.
Everything's a business.
I said business transaction up.
That's what's up, man.
Now
Tell
you
us
got
more,
footage
man.
right here, so you
What
know.
else y'all got going on? Let us know it all.
So what else we got going on? We have that sleepover for education.
Yeah.
So the Prince Hall Masons are actually part of that this year, and I'm excited about that. This is gonna be our 9th year doing this, man.
Man, that's what's
Just
up.
think, we're gonna be on 9th and North. I mean on 3rd and North.
Yeah.
Right by Peace Fruit Market, collecting school supplies the whole night.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Even did it during COVID, so that's show the dedication.
Yeah, I remember y'all was out there doing the spades tournament or something.
Yeah. Terman Spencer and Lena Taylor, they claim that they beat us, but yeah, we all know. We all know.
We'll be all right. We're bringing in a ringer this year, so
There
we
we go.
got it.
Oh, they got a card shark.
Yeah, we got tables, we got chairs. We're gonna have like a whole game night. We got checkers, dominoes. We got Uno, Yahtzee.
I have to try to
Everything to keep you
slide
busy.
down there. Is Pete bringing fruit out?
Oh yeah, they do it every year. They do it. We got people.
You always win me with food.
Yeah.
No doubt.
But some of the other things that we're planning that's coming up will be a job and resource fair
Yes.
That's
that
what's
we're
up.
working on. Also in November, we are working on it's called the 22 push-up challenge.
Okay,
And what
you
it
bringing
is
that back again. I remember last
for
year.
people that don't know, the 22 push-up challenge is to bring awareness to mental health and suicide when it comes to veterans. And the number 22 represents that 22 veterans tries to commit suicide every single day.
Right.
So the goal of that is to do 22 push-ups for 22 days. And last year we had a kickoff, and it was about over 100 people that was there. We was at the reserve base on Silver Spring, on 51st and Silver Spring. So with everybody that came talking about they returning and bringing more people. So we're looking to double or even triple, the people for the kickoff this year.
That's wonderful, man.
And
That's
Prince
great.
Hall's talking about they're going to come in, they're going to represent, and they're going to do those push-ups faster than anybody else.
I don't know why you're looking at me, because I'm just there for moral support. That's all you get for me on the push-ups.
He said you should have called him in his college days.
Exactly. You know about no 20 club.
Well, you could be,
Hey,
come push-up support.
Hey, I feel you.
Exactly.
I feel you because he issued that challenge last year, and I got out with it, and I didn't film none of my push-ups. You hear me? And I didn't film it for a reason. It wasn't because I didn't do them, because it took me a while.
They don't need me lying, no.
Then we're also going to be doing, we just got a whole calendar full of stuff that's going to be coming up in the future, near future. So,
Okay.
men's health fair.
Oh, you definitely gotta keep me posted on that. I gotta have that type of stuff up here on Wednesdays. You know what I mean? That's when we do our health and wellness Wednesdays. We try to focus the topics around issues of the health and body and mind and things like that. So you doing a fair or something like that, I gotta be a part of that. Definitely.
Okay, yeah, definitely.
Appreciate
definitely.
that.
So yeah, we're developing partners and everything going forward. So it's like,
speaking of which, I was telling the station owner about this interview and what y'all had going up to come talk about. And as you can see, they doing some little different things out here. Making it like a hall-like situation available downstairs, getting ready to open in a few weeks with the coffee shop. And he told me to let you know to consider his location for gun safety training and passing out gun locks on the south side. He'd love to be a part of that.
Nice, appreciate that.
That's definitely,
So, when you're ready to cross the bridge with it, you gotta place it. You know what I mean? So,
hey, it's good because there's a lot going on over here too. So
definitely.
A lot of it don't be reported, but yeah. Definitely. What else you got for me? What else we got going on?
I think that's it for this year.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's just dive off in the history of the Masons a little bit. Educate me. You know what I mean? I can't miss this opportunity to get educated, right? Because first, let me tell y'all my first experience with a Mason brother. I was incarcerated in juvie, right?
Yeah.
Ethan Allen. And I can't even remember the brother's name no more. But he's actually the first black Mason I ever seen in my life. For at one point in time, I thought all Masons was white. I had no idea it was black ones until like Rosewood or something. You know what I mean?
Wow. You said Rosewood.
Like when I started seeing and then I met the brother in jail, then I met another one, and I started noticing other brothers with the ring, they light on or whatnot. So I mean, I know what you can talk about.
Well, like I stated earlier, Prince Hall is an actual person. Prince Hall is originally from Barbados. He landed in Boston somewhere, like I said, the early 1800s. And during his time in Boston, he petitioned the Grand Lodge of England in order to start the Prince Hall Masonry in Boston, and was granted that opportunity, and from there became our first worshipful master, our first Grand Master of African Lodge number 1. And from that stemmed all other Prince Hall Masons throughout the United States. I cannot give you a complete number as to how many there are in total, but I know in this jurisdiction we are about 440 deep now. Just in Prince Hall Masons alone.
And that's across the state.
Yeah, that's across the state, not just Milwaukee, that's across the state. We have representation in Madison, Kenosha, Racine, and Beloit. And Milwaukee, of course. Like I stated earlier, some of our main focus is faith, hope, and charity, giving back to the community. Anyone or any man can become a Prince Hall Mason. You know, there are certain stipulations and guidelines, but any man could potentially become a Prince Hall Mason and acquire this knowledge.
That's what's up. Now, another of my I'm talking about days when I was a juvenile, so my thinking was off, right?
Okay.
Let me put that out there first, y'all. My thinking was off. And I used to look at that ring, and I used to be like, man, is y'all one of the folks? You know what I mean? Because the ring resembled the closest thing to the same symbol they use in the David Star, you know, the compass and the square, the way it was crossing, and then it had the G in the middle and all that. How did that happen? How did such a resemblance come about?
I don't know about the resemblance of the Star of David, but the square and compass do represents something within our order that I am not privy to share with the world. But as you progress through the different levels of Masonry, that knowledge will be revealed to you.
Yeah.
Now, there's some people that know me that if I don't ask this next question, gonna be like, man, why you didn't ask this question?
Here we go.
What the hell is this bullshit myth about riding a goat?
What are you talking about?
They did this out there in in the world we used to hear this conversation like y'all had this event and y'all ride a fucking goat like these rituals? It made absolutely no sense to me.
I say like this, don't believe, people always putting stuff out.
Right.
Yeah, don't believe 99.9% of the stuff that you hear.
Yeah.
Only people that know are those that know. Everything else is speculation.
What's so crazy about, and I think that some of the history of Prince Hall needs to be added to possibly like the Black History Historical Society, because a lot of things that they don't know, that like Prince Hall was an activist himself.
Yes, he was.
He started a school. He started a church. These are things that are, has been missed out on Black history. Only if you're in Masonry you'll know about it. But I think that, things like that should be,
right.
Definitely.
That's part of our culture, part of our history. At age 25, he was a free man, and he owned land and everything. It's just so much that in Masonry, especially here in Wisconsin itself, that over time it'll be out in the community, and people can read up on the actual history of Prince Hall.
Yes, we're actually working on a public informational pamphlet with that information in it, so it'll be coming shortly. But yeah, we'll have the history of Prince Hall Masonry, and all the information provided on how to or who to contact to become, or just to, if you have inquiries, to contact us.
Yeah.
We also have a website, the most forceful Prince Hall Grand Lodge, state of Wisconsin, city of Milwaukee website is actually up and running. That's open to the public as well. They can go on that website and gather general information about us as well.
And shout out to my partner, man, DJ Tone, if he tuned in. He from y'all lodge too, I believe.
Tony Neal.
Yeah.
Not Tony Neal, not that DJ.
Oh, he is a Prince Hall Mason.
Oh, I didn't. Okay, I'm not saying he not. I'm saying that ain't the Tony I'm talking about.
DJ Tone.
I'm talking about DJ Tone. I have to look on Facebook and get his last name.
Dark-headed, bald head.
Short bald head.
Yeah. You
Homer Blow too.
Yeah, kind of Homer Blow as well.
Yeah.
We got a couple.
That's what's up. That's what, like I said, later when I started getting older in life, I started meeting more. Then to come to find out, I had a let me see. I don't know how you. We called her Aunt Valerie, but she was my granddaddy's sister.
Okay.
And she was Eastern Star.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Order of the Eastern Stars, which is our female counterparts, our sisters.
They said that's like with both of them together, it's about like 900.
Oh yeah.
About 900.
Yeah, about 900 deep.
Yeah. 900 deep statewide.
So is there like how old you have to be to? What do y'all call it? It ain't pledging. What's it called? I remember a brother tried to. He wanted to be he said he wanted to sponsor me, bring me an application to come to the lodge. I turned him down though. But
You nervous?
No, I was doing some other shit in life. You know what I mean?
You made the right choice. You made the right choice.
They ain't want to be connected to me.
Right. Just go and get that on out the way first.
They got the lodge rated, man.
So the process is called being initiated.
Okay.
So once you're approved, go through the application process, and the application is vetted. You know, there's certain steps that need to be taken.
Especially the background check.
Yeah, but I was going to get to that, sir. Yes, the background check, then the interview.
Now, tell me about the background check. What type of this? This like when I go apply for a job, they want to see if I done ripped somebody off before.
Yes.
And, you know what I mean? It's like a criminal check and all that.
Yes, the only thing we don't check is your credit.
Okay.
We probably need to start doing that. But yes, it is a thorough background check.
Yeah.
So what type of things would make you send me back out the door?
Any type of sex crimes.
Okay, hold on. Let me applaud y'all for that right quick.
Of course, the shootings.
I'm sorry.
Shootings. Shot and kill somebody.
Murder is up there.
It just depends.
Yeah,
You know,
I mean,
it depends on, and then at the explanation.
I was just to say, what if it was self-defense? Yeah, I know we
like-
ain't got self-defense, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, but then at the same time, it's like there's a section on the petition or application, however you want to call it, is that, you know, they ask you, have you ever been convicted of a crime? And if you say no, and we find something,
it's just like lying on the job application.
Right,
You out of there.
so we ask everybody to be truthful as possible, you know. And then it's more of a like a panel decision. Because like I said, just to say it could have been self-defense. It could be, you know, we just have to, you know, weigh the.
Now, do you got like a probation period, or like how, you know, the bikers got what they prospects or whatever they go through they love before they get fully in? Do y'all got like a probation period when you a separate brother, or can they
Yes
like
and
hang
no.
around for a little while and
Yeah.
let you check his character out and all that?
Yeah, yes and no. Each lodge governs itself as far as how they want to recruit and bring their members in. With my lodge, they vetted me for like a year and a half. And that was just having me to come to different events, actually participating in different community events, neighborhood
You ain't have to go
cleanups.
get no cheesecake and none of that shit.
I had to what?
You don't have to run and go get no cheesecake.
No,
They ain't
it's
Diddy you
nothing like
did
that. Nothing like that. I did have to get out here.
Your teacher is an
No.
Good morning, teacher.
I ain't had to sell no oranges by the side of the highway. None of that. No.
Not shower for a month and all that.
None of that. No hazing. It's all respectful stuff. So
And that's the reason right there where I couldn't be a part of nothing, because things that we would know about, like fraternities, the hazing periods and things like, man, I couldn't go for that. Like,
I feel it. Yeah.
I couldn't go for that, man. You're not finna do all this to me to be my friend.
No, it's
you know
like-
what I mean?
it's like-
We ain't in California. 6 of y'all ain't finna jump me to be in this gang.
I
None
ain't
of
finna
that.
been over the way with no paddle. No, none of that.
We look at you as a man, and we treat you as a man.
That's
Coming
what's
and
up.
going. That's right.
So we don't do nothing like that.
Our motto is to take great men and make them better. So, yes, everything is above board, respectful, and we keep it that way throughout the process.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. That's right, though. You on to something there, Tracey, because there is really, to the best of my knowledge, no education for someone interested if he don't slide up next to one of y'all. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you don't hear much about, you might hear something about a president or something that was amazing, but they keep it moving after that.
Right.
You don't hear no history, no nothing. You might find some stuff on YouTube, but you know what I mean?
Sometimes you can't be. You
Yeah,
can't,
right. You
can't
know how that
trust
go.
everything you
Anybody
see.
can make that video.
But I mean, it's, you know, as you know, I'm very vocal about things I'm part of.
Right.
You know, and if I'm part of it, I am proud to be part of that. You know, and you know, when I joined, it did help me become better. You know, and it also helped me subdue my emotions too, because you know when they come at me, I be wanting to clap back, but then I always have to take the high road. You know, some of the stuff is like, you know. It just it calms you, you know, at being a Mason, you know, the brotherhood, you know, somebody that you actually can vent to. You know, sometimes you be going through some stuff and you can't talk to nobody. You can't even trust your own family sometimes. You know, but you have a brother, you always talk to them. We always can work things out. You know, so it's so much of like a big support group too within the brotherhood. You know, so and I am so grateful of that, because there were a couple of times I did have to reach out to some of my brothers.
Now tell us about where you was at before you joined. What pushed you to join? And then
What pushed
that
me to
process
join,
of
I
what you became
actually
after.
was looking for a brotherhood, something like, strong men, just in general, to relate to. Because when I do a lot of community work, it's always a whole bunch of women out there, and I want to bond with men, and men that's like me or more than me. It doesn't matter. And one thing I love about Masonry is that they don't care about your title. They just care about you as a person.
Right.
And once you in, then it's like, I don't, we don't care if he's the mayor or not. He's just regular, such and
Man, because from what I done seen, there's so many of you with elite titles that I can understand why it don't matter in there, man. You ain't the only one.
But and you don't have to have all those titles.
Right.
You don't have to have those titles to become a Mason.
Yeah.
Just gotta be a good man.
That's so.
And that's what I love about it, because they don't look at titles; they just look at you as an individual. And that's why it's like they want you to be open and honest about stuff. Don't hold things back, because all it's going to do is hinder you. So that's it about right.
Yeah, you said it absolutely exactly right.
So
that's it in a nutshell.
And just like in every brotherhood, or family, there is going to be some disagreements and stuff, but we work it out. Yeah. And we work it out amongst ourselves and not to the public.
You're supposed to. That's how it's supposed to do. I don't know. I was watching or listening to something, and they was talking about how times change, right?
Yeah.
And he said, man, I remember a time when, people didn't have dryers, so we hung our laundry out.
Oh, yeah.
He said, but you never saw nobody drawers hanging on them clotheslines.
No, never. They was always in the bathroom.
No, they.
I'm thinking about it, John. They was always in the bathroom.
Yeah, it started later in life. People start not caring and just, you know what I mean? Now
That's when they have those big backyards.
You walk down the street and see drawers all damn day.
You always have those ropes from one end to the other. That's what you call that air dry.
So yeah, that's cool that y'all can, man, that despite the disagreement, y'all can handle it out within. You ain't got nobody going over here to these folks involved in y'all business. Sometimes when you do that, man, it make it hard to come back from what's going on.
Exactly.
Right. You got that right.
Might say a little too much.
Exactly.
But definitely, man, definitely. So, tell us about your history with the lodge, brother.
Well, my history is I come from lineage.
Okay.
Meaning my family, my grandfather was a 33rd degree Mason in Chicago, Illinois. 4 out of 6 aunties are Order of the Eastern Stars. I have a bunch of cousins and all throughout the family who are all Masons.
Okay.
And I grew up around Masonry. My first exposure to Masonry was the gentleman next door to me. My best friend's father was a Mason, and I used to see him, in the neighborhood. And growing up in Chicago, Buck Billiken Parade, you see the Shriners and the Masons represented well there. So it was kind of all around me growing up. So once I got to a mature point in life that I was ready to do something within the community, Masonry came to mind. And I said, well, let me go and check it out and make sure that this is, what I want to do, what I want to be a part of, and possibly use as a tool to help me give back to the community. And it was, like I said, they vetted me for like a year and a half. I went through all the necessary steps and processes, and I've been a Mason now for 10 years. Actually, this June has made it 10 years. And it's been very beneficial to me. It's given me a different purpose. It's giving me more purpose, and it's helping me to get out here in the community and do some great things, which I appreciate.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Like I said in the beginning, I thought that was just one of them good old boys clubs. I ain't know we had nothing to do with it.
Oh no.
And so that was a shock.
That's a whole nother conversation for another time. But yeah, we here.
So being that y'all pretty diverse, so that would be y'all got like either other nationalities that's like
we do. One of my line brothers actually that came through with me was Caucasian. So we have Caucasians, we have Hispanics, we have Africans. So yeah, we're pretty diverse.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. But now, if somebody was interested and learning, getting closer to the situation, what would be their proper steps to take? You know what I mean? I know everybody quick to run to YouTube University and all that, but you take the chance of getting the wrong information out there. What would be the proper way if you got a young, responsible young man that's interested and want to learn more? How would he go about doing that?
The motto is to be one, ask one. If you see one, ask. We'll share what we can with you, and help guide your intellect into a better place. So if you see us out represent, that's why we're trying to be more out in the community now, to regarnish or regain that interest in masonry. We know people have questions and stuff, so we want to be out here and be seen to answer those questions.
I would think y'all been there, because I mean, like, just for instance, with my experience with Tracey, he always out there doing stuff. So it's more so about wearing it out there when you're out there now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he, like I say, he been out there. People been doing things. You know what I mean? It's just learning. It might be some folks that don't know Tracey is Mason. You know what I mean? They might not follow him on Facebook. They only see him at the visuals or something like that. Right. You know what I mean? So just getting out there with it. Now, what would that look like? Is there like a style of dress or something, like what, other than the wearing of your ring or your charm on? How would one identify one?
There's really
our dress code.
What about that?
But it is our dress code.
It depends on what we're doing, where we're at.
Right. Our formal dress code is a black suit, white shirt, black tie, black shoes. Like if we're having participating in a parade or something, or like on Prince Hall Americanism Day or St. John's Day or something, we might have our aprons and collars on. Yeah. So you can recognize us that way. Every lodge and chapter has different shirts and stuff that they wear to represent what houses they're in. You can recognize us that way. You mentioned the light that we wear on our neck and on our hand. But it's various ways. Just look.
I remember when we was young, right? Speaking of the light again, like that symbol, we would see it. Like somebody might got it on their Cadillac, their Benz, whatever. And in the streets,
I got mine on my hoopty.
In the streets, it would be like a unknown lauder running around.
Yeah, today is a whole different breed, though.
But man, that's cool, man. Like that y'all coming out, because be it whatever they be it the Muslims, be it the Masons, be it the Moors, whoever.
Yeah.
These youth got to see responsible men.
Yes, they do.
You know what I mean? They got to see men succeeding that ain't doing it by criminal means.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And we're going to show them that we're not afraid to say hello, how you doing, things like that. Because I've seen areas, times when you see a bunch of them at, on the side, on side streets or whatever, and they all talking, and then you see the guns hanging out and everything. You're not gonna be afraid to say hi,
right?
Because they're not looking to shoot anybody. They, most of them carry for protection most of the time because of the stuff that they do, and but still, still give them, show them some respect. They'll show you some respect. That's what it is. Do we want them to do what they do? No. But they still looking, especially our younger generation, they looking for love. And if they can get love from their elders, just imagine the impact we can make in their lives, you know what I'm saying? And turn their mindset around. Because we can hoop and holler and march all we want to, but if we don't change that mindset of the ones we're trying to affect, it's gonna be just a waste of time.
Right.
Definitely.
And the only way to do that is to have a conversation with them, a continuous conversation, not just a one time you see them today, you're gone tomorrow type situation, because they still in that same environment after we leave. And the goal is to inspire them to want to change their lives, and that's just in anything. Anybody that's especially like who's really depressed, that want to kill themselves, You got to change the people's mindset. It's a mental
Speaking
thing.
of which, you was just on the scene of somebody having a, I don't know what we would call it, a mental break or whatnot.
Yeah.
What was that, Mayfair? Where was that at? That location?
It was at Mayfair Mall. There was and now I can say who it, it was a 16-year-old girl that was sitting on the
ledge,
the garage, on the ledge, threatening to jump. And apparently, I had talked to the family, and she has a history of wanting to kill herself since she was like 10, 11 years old, and she's 16 now. So they saw my life, the family saw my life, they reached out to me. So, when they told me the backdrop of everything, I was like, well, it's going to need some serious help and continuance. So what happened is I reached out to Shaquana Taylor, the county supervisor. I know she does a lot of things with mental health. And I gave the information to Shaquana, and Shaquana had this one organization that is now currently working with the young lady. And I did a follow-up with the grandmother of this young lady, and she said she's doing a lot better since then because of the resources that was that came with Shaquana. And Shaquana is starting to try to become a big sister to this young girl. That's what I said. It goes back to, one, being a mentor, two, showing love. Sometimes that's what people need. They just need a little love in their lives, and that can change. That can go a long ways.
Definitely, man. I'm glad that it's finding a positive ending.
Yeah. I just didn't, I just like.
There's so many folks need it. I'm gonna have to reach out to Shaquana so she can come up and introduce me to that organization. Yeah. People like that, man. We need to make sure that the community know about them. That's definitely news you could use.
And that's the thing about it is, like in our community, we got a lot of unsung heroes that don't get the recognition. Mm-hmm. They out here all the time. I applaud them for that. And any kind of way that we can help, highlight what they do, hey, let's do it, because at the end of the day, we all family.
Right.
And we all in this fight together.
Yeah.
One way or the other.
Right.
One way or the other. Because if it don't work out, man, we're going to be all in one of them lines trying to get something put in our hand.
Oh, yeah.
Man, what's what we just had new, man? We got this 2% increase in sales tax, man. Don't talk to me.
It's all about money, man.
Yeah.
That's all about money, generating revenue, and it's
my brother Ram. I'm sorry, 1 second. My brother Ram, Rick Ali Muhammad from the Ram Report. He got a theory that they did this because of all the abandoned houses, like the housing that they losing tax revenue on and all that. You know what I mean? He said with the number of houses we got abandoned and this percentage that they raised the sales tax, he think that fill the gap of this money they wasn't getting.
Well, that, and then also you got to look at a bigger picture. You got the RNC coming. You got the now since the
man,
whole,
tax them, not us.
Right.
what I'm getting at is that there's a constant construction building in downtown areas. To bring in attractions. You know what I'm saying? Bringing in revenue. And you got to. That's why I'm saying look at the bigger pictures, because they need money. They need money to cover all these expenses that they got to come in here. Because you got to realize now they're trying to make Harley a annual thing every year. So what are we going to do to continue having them come? Well, we got to fix up downtown.
But why we can't make it like an option? You know what I mean? Like, how when you go to the store, they got some type of fundraising thing going on. Like, you want to donate your change to the building of this or da. Why it can't be like you want to add 2% to your sales tax for da. Because some of that stuff they want to keep, I don't go see no way.
Well, here's the thing that I don't. This is what I disagree on. This is what I disagree on. I get frustrated is where they, if they doing the sales tax, whatever, but they always focus on the wrong things. They focus on things that matter to them, but not to us. And the best way to prove it is just take a walk on the wild side, the north side of Milwaukee.
Yeah.
And just see, like you just mentioned earlier, the abandoned houses, the abandoned buildings, the high crime rate. What is that 2% going to do towards that?
Nothing. That's not what it was for.
They want to focus on the downtown area and neglect everything else, push everything else to the back burner.
They better be careful how pretty they want it to look, because it's going to attract some people that's up to something.
Well, it's already been done. It's already been done, as you noticed.
Yeah. So I need to ask this question for clarification. What was the reasoning behind raising the sales tax another 2%?
Because you got to think.
What was the main reason?
When you go to the store, you already see people in there that showed that nickel trying to pay the 5.5% sales tax.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now when we show 7 cents.
I thought it had something to do with the pension and not laying people off and.
That's part of it. The pension is the face of the why they want to increase it. Mm-hmm. But like I said, even when you do legislation and bills, there's always stuff meat under it that they try not to highlight. So they put that as the face of it, where we need to say the pension.
Well, we better stop just reading the bold print and read the rest of it.
Oh, trust me, I read all of it.
That's what people got to do, is start reading the fine print and see what it really is going to affect. But at the end of the day.
And so now that it's done, let's say the people decide they don't like this shit. Can it be reversed?
No.
It's what's done is done.
No, because they really didn't have a say.
See, y'all, we had to pay attention.
Anyway.
I say it like
before the game stopped, man. You can't pay attention after they done scored.
Yeah, and that's what it is. We got to be proactive versus reactive.
Yeah.
Right.
And then and then, like I said, we have to start speaking up more. They even say, just like at a school board meeting, nobody shows up until it's too late.
When the decisions have been made, right.
And now we want to go to the school board and hoop and holler. No, we got to do that. We got to be more proactive about situations that
I got two feelings on things like that. The meetings and that the common council have, school boards, any of that, right? Mm-hmm. That they need the people to come and speak at.
Right.
Man, y'all think y'all slick. Y'all be having them shits while y'all at work on the clock. They at work too.
Right.
So how the hell they supposed to come to a 8:30, 10:30 town hall meeting and they at work?
Yeah.
You at work. You can do it because that's your job. But you asking these people to take off work this day to come, you know what I mean? You know they ain't finna do that, man.
And then at the same time, unless we actually come in numbers, it's decision already made.
Right.
Yeah.
That's just a formality.
To let you know.
We have to go through the motions. The decision's already been made.
Right.
We just got to satisfy the whatever it is, the criteria of what we're doing. Yeah, we can hear what you got to say, but we already made our decision. And that's why we always got, like I said, we got to be more proactive versus reactive.
Speaking of decisions, what was that the other day? I want to say the 14th, maybe. Hotspot license was up for review. A lot of people opposed it. They still got it. Now, you was out in the wild doing community work and things, visiting stores. You ever had any situations or cases in which you had to address the hotspot? Over there on 27th Atkinson?
Not really, no.
No situations with them.
I just heard about, at one time, there was an issue with them having those gambling machines in there. At one time, it's supposed to be like against I don't know if it's against they don't supposed to have them in there. That's what that was.
Not without licensing or something. You said the hot spot. I'm unfamiliar with the hot spot.
Right there on 27th Atkinson, you're talking about. Yeah.
It's like what would you call that? The southeast corner.
Yeah. So if you're going north, it's on the east. It's on the east side of Atkinson.
Okay.
It's like Atkinson and 27.
Okay.
And if you just drive by there, you'll see what we mean by hotspot.
Say the name fit it.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
But yeah, it's just like I said. But that's pretty much it that I've heard about. All that the regular stuff that goes on over there. So
Now, pretty soon we're gonna have
Is that the old Zarcos?
No.
It's for
the old Zarcos. That's the bar. You talking about Zarcos?
Yeah,
that's still there. It's called Bar 41 now.
Oh, okay.
That's on Teutonia and Atkinson.
Okay.
Right.
You want to go up, up.
Keep
go
going
further
up.
north, right across the street from the old Eaton building. No,
it's further down the block from Eaton.
No, it's further down.
Eaton is on Hope.
Yeah.
Okay. You ever familiar with Nelson Plumbing?
No.
Okay. No.
Only bar I know over that way. What is that?
There's a gas
Wes's is
station
over there,
on one
right?
side.
It used to be a
Nelson
drug bar
Plumbing.
across the street called Isaac's. Next door to the gas station. I forget.
That bar.
Yeah.
They closed it down, didn't they?
Yeah. Miss Freeman's church is on the opposite side of the street.
Okay.
You just got to drive by.
I might drive by, yeah. Because if it ain't a cigar lounge, I don't really know nothing about it. So.
That's what's up, man.
So,
that's what's up.
But we just letting people know that we're out here. The Masons are out here. We got men out here that and
pretty soon gonna be election time again, man. You throwing your hat in there?
I'm done with that.
You done? You sure?
They don't, because like I said, if I just say, for instance, I ran for mayor, I'll just be a one-term mayor because I'll try to fix whatever's broken. I'll bring everybody to the table.
So forget the politics,
hey,
huh?
Yeah, forget the politics. Hey, we got a job to do. We got to fix what's broken. So if it's mental health, I would divert. What I would do is divert funding from things that's already doing well, and take that and put it where it's needed. And that's what needs to happen. We keep talking about the budget and all this stuff. Well, the budget it's pretty simple how to fix things. Because if it's like, just say if we giving money to the art museum, right? They fine. We can take a chunk from there and put it over here for mental health, And then they might hoop and holler, but hey, we're a city, we're a family. So sometimes some parts have to struggle to help the other. And that's what needs to happen. And I'll get a lot of people who will disagree with that, but hey, people are suffering out here. People are mental health, hunger, they can't find jobs.
Man, what is they doing with all the money from these parking tickets?
Let me tell you, no, but you know what? Here's a true story. I was working as an accountant, as a temp for the Department of Public Works, right? They had this mentality of it's not my job. It's like I'm only going to do the things that that's in my job description. There was a cube, an office space that was, had a whole bunch of boxes of folders. They was just sitting there collecting dust. I was done with my work. I was bored. I was like, okay, what else can be done? And I asked this one lady. I said, "What's that over there?" It said some old contracts or whatever. And I said, "Well, did you ever look through those? They ain't my job." That's the mentality of city workers. And I would look through them.
And they need to change the job description to everything.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Because when I look through those contracts, these are completed work contracts that's been done like for the city. So if it's some road that needs to be fixed, it's done. It's completed. But then you're supposed to take these contracts and these completed contracts, and you send it to the state to get a kickback. And that cube was $5 million worth of contracts that was completed that was supposed to come back to Milwaukee.
So that box was money on the floor.
Correct.
And not in the right way.
So those are the type of things that goes on, what I see that goes on in the city. And I say like this, we need an independent auditor to come in and audit every single department to see what is being wasted when it comes to resources, money, all that.
Why is it so hard to get that? I done heard a few people ask for that, mention that. You've been said that before on this show.
Right.
So why is it so hard for that to happen? Ain't got no problem auditing me.
Wow.
Because the powers to be. That's what it is. They're comfortable how things are at. They don't want nobody coming in and disrupting the flow.
Right.
And once you come in, then what they do, they attack you. They'll band together.
Won't they do that? Won't they do that? Well, let's give them the information one more again, and how to make sure they can be a part of this gun safety.
Yeah, so it's there's going to be we have a safety class this coming Saturday, July 22nd at noon, from noon to 2 p.m. And the address is 1218 West North Avenue. It's right there on the corner of was that Atkinson and North?
No, Titonia.
Titonia North. I always get those.
Say, man, we're going to get you a map.
He over there still at the hot spot.
But we are partnering up with the City of Milwaukee Office of Violence Prevention, and there's a
now who running it over there now? Because Reggie doing something. He's somewhere else, right?
He's working with the
UW Madison or something.
No, the
Milwaukee.
The Children's Hospital.
Oh yeah, Children's Hospital.
And Shanti Hamilton is the new director.
Shanti, okay.
Yeah, he's
come holler at me, man.
Yeah.
Come holler at me.
Doing his stuff.
We ain't gonna make it too rough. Come holler at me.
he just got thrown into the fire, and now I've seen the results that he have done, and I think he's doing the best he can with what he got.
Right, what he was given.
What he was given, and I applaud the brother.
Okay.
Sometimes we have to rally around our people and see what can we do to help you become successful, because if you become successful, our community becomes successful.
Right.
All you people most successful than me. So if you want my help, I'm gonna need my 10%.
On that note,
you're gonna have checks flying left and right coming up in here.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna get you back to the music, man. We thank you, brothers, for coming. You're more than welcome to come again, man.
All right, thanks for having
us. Keep us educated on what you got going on, be it in the community, what you can share with us from the lodge, all that. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Y'all keep it locked, man. HittingHardRadio.com, the morning shift, MKE. I'm going to get you to the music, man. The request lines is open. You got something you want to hear, call me, text me, let me know. 414-502-9447. Hey, stay around, man. Munchie mixes up at noon. Get your munchies together. Get your special condiments together. Man, we're going to take a ride, y'all. We're going to take a ride. Keep it locked. HittingHardRadio.com, the morning shift, MKE.
HittingHardRadio.com.
Make sure you tune in to the morning shift, MKE Uncut, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. right here on HittingHardRadio.com. You can also watch on Facebook from the Post of the City page. Hey. The morning shift, MKE Uncut, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. right here on HittingHardRadio.com. Real topics, real news you can use, you dig? You can also